where you have these textbooks, national textbooks, and you crack them open and you start reading out a problem about the angles of ladders against walls, or the correlation between your hand size and how many candies you can pick out of a jar. And for students from low-income backgrounds who are working jobs outside of school, have real complex problems on their shoulders, who are supporting their family, these sorts of problems are contrived and almost infantilizing. And so one day I decided to throw the textbook out and bring in some new content. It all flowed from my students being advocates and telling me what they needed. My name is Dashiell Young-Saver. I served GFA in San Antonio from 2017 to 2019, and I'm still teaching in San Antonio. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, California. I was, I think, blissfully unaware of vast differences in educational opportunities. And the education system that I was a part of was a great one. And then as I got into college, I actually wanted to become a journalist. I was working for Los Angeles newspapers covering the education beat. And when you see the opportunities given in schools from the east side to the west side, north and south, there's just huge differences between what students have access to. And it rocked my world. And I wanted to do something to lessen that inequality of opportunity. And so that's when I decided to shift and not just write about these things, but try and do something about it. I knew I wanted to be part of the education system in some way. And in college, Teach for America was around campus and seemed like a relatively easy way to get involved because the organization took care of a lot of the figuring out how to get certified, the figuring out how to get training. When I first got to San Antonio, I didn't know exactly what to expect. And all the surprises ended up being good surprises. I really fell in love with the city, and I also fell in love while in the city with another Teach for America Corps member. There's a lot of opportunity gaps that exist in our city for education. A huge problem was the relevancy of the materials. And I asked my students, what do y'all actually want to learn about? And they told me they want to learn, do social media creators make a livable wage? They want to learn about food deserts, gerrymandering, online dating, stuff that was more serious, stuff that was less serious, but all relevant to them. And so I brought in data related to those topics, and performance soared. One year we got 42% passing in our classroom, up from that 2% pass rate in the region. After I found that these relevant math materials were effective, I decided to, during the pandemic, put the lessons online and just make a website. I called it Skew the Script. And that's actually after my classroom slogan. It took off in a way that I did not expect. Within a few weeks, we had 3,000 teachers signed up on the website. Now we have over 20,000 teachers with an account on the website downloading lessons. We reach about 400,000 students with the materials. And we've now expanded them not just to have statistics content, but a more relevant version of Algebra 1, a more relevant version of Algebra 2, and more to come. To me, the amazing thing about that story is that I feel like I was a part of it, but the essence of it came from my students. They're the ones who said, this is not relevant. And they're the ones who proposed the topics that are more engaging, that are more relevant, that became the curriculum on the site. And so it all flowed from my students being advocates and telling me what they needed. They are the ones who were working jobs outside of school, supporting their family, had real complex adult problems on their shoulders, and still showed up to class, still did the very hard stuff they were being asked to do academically, and fully embraced it and used math, statistics, data science to empower their voices. And for that reason, my students are my heroes, and they are the reason that I continue in this work.